All right, let's get started. So we're just going to start with our necks, looking down and up. And one more time each way, and then center the chin before you start looking side to side. And one more time each way, and then center the chin before you take ear to shoulder. Excellent, one more time each way, and then center the chin before you look down and go into half neck circle. So circle that chin up to one shoulder, then down and around, circle it up to the other shoulder. And back and forth between those 2 points, gently moving through that neck. And one more time each way. And then I want you to bring the chin down before you lift the head back up. And then once the head's back up, drop the arms, and we'll go into some vertical arm scissors here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then let's just step about shoulder width apart here. We'll bring the arms up and roll it down and back up. So pulling that belly button in towards the spine and strong through that inner core to control it down and back up. 4 more times. And one more time, rolling it down and then up. Very good. Step wider, and now we'll go into trunk circles. So bend to the side and circle it down and around and back up. So control this, strong through the core, so not just whipping it around, not raggedy and dolling it, right? So you just want to be nice and controlled. Strong through the core. Good, and one more time each way. And then other side. Good, and then you're going to hinge forward at the hips and twist and tap. You could tap the floor in front, or you could tap the opposite leg as you twist. Strong through the core, belly button in, engage that pelvic floor to keep that deep inner core. For 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, we're going to hang center to 1, and then just hang center here. Straighten those legs to get a good stretch through the back of those legs. Release that lower back, let it gently ease open. Relax those muscles to let yourself sink a bit deeper into this. Good, and then pull the belly button in towards the spine. Engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, very good. So we're going to start with holding a low lunge. So we're going to have our feet hip width apart, and then you're going to step 1 foot back. We'll come low, and you'll put your hands on your other knee. Now, the point here is to keep hips low in this position and anchored. So core works really hard to anchor this, and we're just going to step this foot front and back. But Each time engaging that core to try to stay low, try to keep these hips nice and level and anchored in position. Good. Chest lifted, belly button in. So you're not putting all your weight on this side. That is the supporting side, but the idea is to stay nice and centered with that weight, right? And just hinge at this hip, but strong. So that core is really helping to hold that. Good, 8 more, 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, roll it up. We're gonna roll down before we go to the other side, so roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae, let it hang here, straighten those legs, relax those muscles to sink deeper, then pull the belly button in, engage the core, roll it back up, and now we're gonna go the other side. So I'm gonna step this foot back, right? Come down, low, hands on this front knee, strong through that core, anchor those hips in place right there, and step forward, back, chest lifted, belly button in, good, nice and strong. Trying to stay nice and centered with that weight. Engaging that core and re-engaging that core each time. Very good. 8 more. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll up gently, feet shoulder width apart, and we'll roll it down here. Engage that core, roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, straighten through those legs, let it hang. Open up gently through that lower back. Release those muscles to let yourself sink deeper. Good, and then pull the belly button in, engage that deep inner core, and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna do alternating sides with a curtsy lunge. So you're just gonna step behind, come back center, and curtsy lunge. So no plie or anything in the center. You could keep your hands on your hips if you want to focus on that leg movement. Or if you want, you can bring arms with me, right? So they'll come overhead, hip, overhead, good. Now, with those curtsy lunges, if you're feeling really good, that alignment and form is good, you're strong through the core, and you need more of a challenge, just take them lower. Alternatively, if at any time you feel like you're losing form, then don't take it quite as deep for that lunge. Good. So those shoulders stay right over those hips, right? Chest lifted, belly button in. So when I count us out of these, we'll keep going with them, but instead of just a single lunge back on each side, we'll do 3 pulses, and then up for that step to the other side. We'll do a round of those, then I'll count us out of those, and we'll go to our progressive lowering for a count of 3, and up for 1 on that step across. All right, so in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we go 3, 2, 1, step. 3, 2, 1, step. 3, 2, 1, step. 3, 2, 1, step. 4 more, and step. 3, 2, 1, and step. 1 more each way, and then we're gonna go that progressive count of 3 right here. So it's down, 2, 3, and step. 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 4 more, 2, 3, and step. Down, 2, 3, and step. 2 more, 2, 3, and step. Last 1, 2, 3, and step. Now over to this side, we're going to hold it and we're going to go down low for pulses. So take it low and pulse, pulse, pulse it up. Keep nice and low. If you want more work, more burn, just take these pulses lower and not as high. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, we're going to hold the bottom of the position. Good, hold nice and low. And strong, keep holding. Now take it a little bit lower and continue to hold. One more time, go about an inch lower and hold there. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up, step, other side, take it low, and pulse, pulse, pulse it here. Nice and low, keep going. Press, press, press it out. Good. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're gonna hold this low. Good, hold low. Take it a little bit lower and continue to hold. And one more time, go an inch lower and hold. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up, shake those legs, and we're gonna give those quads a stretch. Leave that knee to the floor. Very good, and other side. All right, for the next bit, you're gonna need your chair or bar, something for support. All right, and so for this, we're gonna set up feet hip width apart, and let's bring, today we're gonna bring that inside foot, so the one that's closest to the bar. I want you to step it back like 1 foot distance. All right, so my big toe of that foot I just stepped back is right in line with the heel of that front foot. And then you could stay here. We're going to keep shoulders right over the hips, so we're not gonna lean forward, we're just gonna be bending those knees. So you could stay here like this with both feet flat, or you could bring the back heel up and keep the front heel down, or you could come up to both demi-point on both feet. All right, so make your choice there, and then we're gonna start right away with single plie. So bend, bring it up, good. Centered through the core, chest lifted, belly button in. Because those feet are pretty close together, we have to work a little bit harder on stability, right? So nice and centered through that core, finding that nice plumb line through that body, maintaining that belly button in, chest lifted from the sternum, head reaches tall. Now, if you do have both heels up and at any point your calves are cramping or anything, you can bring them back down and just follow along with feet flat, or you could just bring the front foot flat, and that'll help. We've got 8 more here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're gonna go, we'll do 4 singles like we just did like that, and then we'll pulse 8. All right, so we go 4, 3, 2, 1, then we pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, full, 3, 2, and 1, and low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, keep going, 4, 3, 2, 1, then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, full, and 3, 2, and 1, and then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then full for 4, 3, 2, 1, then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, one more round, 4, 3, 2, 1, then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now hold low, and take it lower, one more time, lower still, for 4, 3, 2, 1, good, bring it up, shake those legs, and then we're going to switch to the other side, all right, set feet up, hip width apart, toes facing forward, take that inside foot, so the one that's closest to your chair or bar, step it back, that 1 foot length, so the big toe is in line with the heel of the front foot, and feet flat, back heel up, or both heels up, and we start with singles, down and up, down and up, good, chest lifted, belly button in, centered through the core, halfway through our singles before we switch it up, in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then singles for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 4 singles, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, last one here, then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, full, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we go low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then full for 4, 3, 2, 1, then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, one more round for 4, 3, 2, and 1, then low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold low. Now take it lower. One more time here. Go lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it up, shake those legs. We're gonna give our quads a stretch. Again, we'll also give our calves a stretch after that. So point a knee to the floor. Tilt that pelvis forward to get a better stretch on the front of the thigh there. Good, and then other side. Point that knee to the floor. Great, and then we're going to press the heel back into the mat behind you. Really press that heel into the floor as deeply as you can. Get a good stretch through that calf as you reach that chest further forward. Good, and then switch to the other side. Pressing that heel deep into that floor. Very good, bring it up. Then we're gonna switch the bar or chair back over to the other side. Good, okay, so from here, I'm gonna set us up in first position, so go into your natural turnout, those heels together. Make sure when you bend those knees and toes are in line, all right. Shoulders stay over those hips, tilt that pelvis forward, step out to a wide second position. I want our heels to be at least shoulder width apart, if not further. And actually, I'm gonna move this back a bit. So from here, we're going to come down into a plie, and then you're gonna come up and swing with a twist this way. So I came up, so I'm at the front here. So you want that chair or bar to not be in the way there. And then I come back to that second position and down. So arms are optional, but the arms do feel really good with this. They help with the flow. So they'll be here for that plie, and then as you twist, they come around like that with your torso. All right, so plie and twist, and plie and twist, plie and twist, plie and twist. Chest lifted, shoulders stay over those hips. Don't lean forward. Plie and twist. Good. Plie, twist, plie, twist, pulling belly button in, chest lifted, shoulders stay over those hips. Good. And twist, and plie, and twist, and plie, and twist, plie, and twist. 8 more. Here's 8. And 7. 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one here. Good. Now still plie, but this time we're going to go to passe, or like a figure 4 here. So it'll be plie and passe. All right, so either hand to your hip, or you can bring arm out and up. Plie, passe, plie, passe, plie, passe. So if those plies are feeling really good, take them deeper, right? You want to challenge yourself. But if you feel like that form is not quite there, then don't take them quite as deep. Plie and passe, plie and passe, plie. So part of that passe, which I'm saying this because I just realized I wasn't really doing that, is when you come up, you're also pulling that knee back, like you're opening up, right? So I'm trying to sort of challenge my turnout at the top. I come back to my natural turnout for that plie, but I try to pull out a little bit more for that passe. Good. For 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Then you're going to hold it up. Now at the top position, don't lock out this supporting knee, so have a little bit of bend there. This toe is just gently grazing, so not pushing it into that standing leg, but just gently touching that. and then hinge that knee forward and open, forward and open, forward and open, forward and open for 4 and 3 and 2. Good. Last one here. Now we're going to do a combo. So you bring it in, extend that leg straight, back in, out, in, extend, in, out, in, extend, in, out, in, extend, in, out, in, extend, in. For 4, in, extend, in, 3, in, extend, in, 2, in, extend, in, last one, in, extend, in. Good. Before we move this on, I want to do a hip flexor stretch right here. So bring this foot, step it back, lunge down, and then tilt that pelvis forward. So you're really trying to get a stretch in through this hip flexor, which we just worked quite a bit, especially on the very end of that series there. So really making sure you're getting that stretch in there. We don't want tight hip flexors, and they do tighten up pretty easily and with age. Okay, we'll bring it up and we're going to switch to the other side for a hip flexor stretch here before we move on. So come low, find that stretch in the hip flexor and tilt forward. Easier to find that stretch point on the one that you just worked, but same idea, you're getting that stretch in through there. All right, bring it up, and then we're going to switch these to the other side. All right, and so starting with that turnout, set up your natural turnout from your hips, knees and toes in line, and then step to a wide second position and plie and come around for that twist and then back to that plie. So plie and twist, plie and twist. Good. Twist and plie, twist. Chest lifted. Belly button in, shoulders stay right over those hips. Plie and twist, plie and twist, plie, twist. Good. Halfway through, chest lifted, tuck that tailbone under or tilt that pelvis forward is another way to keep that butt from sticking out behind you as you bend those knees. Good. 7 and 6. 3 more and 2. Last one. Good. Now, still with the plie, but we're going to come up for passing. So plie and then up, and if you can, you pull that knee back. Then you come back to your natural turnout for the plie. Passe, plie, passe. Good. Shoulders stay right over those hips. So strong core carries those shoulders right over the hip the whole time. No leaning one way or the other. And passe, plie, passe. Good. That toe just lightly grazes the standing knees. You come up. Also, don't lock out that heel of the standing leg. Plie, passe, plie, passe, plie, passe, plie, and passe. Halfway through. Good. Eight more here. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good. Holding the top, not locking out this knee, so a little bit of give there. This toe just gently touches that leg, and then you bring it in and out. Okay, so in, out, out, strong and centered through that core, and balance. 4 and 3, 2, and last one there. Now combo. So open, bring it in, extend that leg straight, back in. Open, in, straight, in, open, in, straight, in. 6 and 5 and 4, 3 more, and 2, and last one here. Good. Bring it down, shake it out, and then hip flexor stretch on both sides. So starting with the one we just worked, step back, lunge down, tilt that pelvis forward, get that stretch in through the hip flexor area there, and then relax into it. Stretch it out. And then bring it up, switch to the other side, stepping back, lunging down, getting that stretch there. You can tilt that pelvis forward to find that stretch in through that hip flexor. Good, bring it up, and then we're going to put our bar or chair to the side. We no longer need that. We're going to bring our feet together, and we're just going to do a round of ski squats here. So we come down, I'm sitting into those glutes, and then pressing through the heels, engaging those glutes to bring it back up. You could keep the hands on your lap for these, or if you want, we're going to bring them up and down. Chest lifted, belly button in, reach and in, reach and in, reach and in. Centered through the core, press the weight through those heels as you bring it up. Good, keep going. Chest stays lifted as you hinge forward, pull belly button in. Especially with that arm reach, you do get some extra core work here, but core has to work just to balance and protect that lower back. So at the bottom of the movement, I'm also engaging the pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Good, 8 more to go. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. Step wide, and we're gonna roll down here. So belly button in, gauge that core, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, let it hang. Straighten those legs, right? Straightening at those knees, getting a good stretch through the back of the legs. Then thinking about that lower back, just letting it gently open up and release. Relax those muscles to let yourself sink a bit deeper here. And then pull the belly button in towards the spine. Gauge that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. And we're going to do that one more time with our feet hip width apart. Belly button in, engage that core. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, letting it hang, straightening those legs. Getting a good stretch through the back of the legs. Gently allowing that lower back to open up and release. Then pull the belly button in towards the spine. Gauge that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Very good. All right, so we're going to come down to the mat for some abs. So we're going to lay down on the mat actually to start. So, we're going to start with 100s. So you could do these with your feet or with your knees bent at 90 like so, but with your knees right over those hips, right? So not pulled in, but right over those hips. You could straighten the legs and hold them here, or you could bring those legs down to a 45-degree angle. So from here, you lift those shoulder blades up off the mat, pull the belly button in, and then you do little pulses with those hands, and you do little sippy breaths. So jury's out on this one. I've heard 4 and 5, and in my training, she really just told us, just go with what works. So everybody's got sort of different. So you can sippy breath in for 4 or 5 and out for 4 or 5. So it's like, so I was just doing 4 in and 4 out there. And if you're doing 4 in and 4 out, you'll find that 5 can be a bit much. So that's why 4 is perfectly acceptable as well. Good. All right, just pull those knees into the chest. Let your head and shoulders come down onto the mat and relax there. And then right from here, we're going to go into a single knee stretch. So you're going to pull one knee in towards you. So I've got both hands on this knee. This outside hand towards the shin or ankle, inside hand at the knee. And I'm pulling it in towards me. My other leg is going to go out to a 45-degree angle. Now, I'm going to do 2 sippy breaths out as I pulse that knee in, and then I switch. Now, you can keep it down here, especially if you have any sort of neck sensitivities, but just make sure you're pulling that belly button in. That lower back, I want you to make sure that you're either maintaining your natural curve, so not arching it beyond that off the mat, or if you're worried that you are, it feels like you are, or you're struggling, then push that lower back into the mat. And then option 2, you're going to bring those shoulders just up off the mat there. So it's as you pull that in and switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Belly button in. And switch. And switch one more each way. And good. Pull both knees in. Gently relax that head. And now we're going to do straight legs here. So same idea as what we just did, but with straight legs. Now you can hold those straight legs behind your hamstring, knee, calf, or ankle. You're going to try to straighten those legs, straighten like arrows, and then you pulse this leg towards you with 2 little sippy breaths, and then switch. And switch. And switch. Gauge that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. Straighten those legs. That's part of the work. One more each way. And last one here. Good. Pull those knees in towards the chest and gently bring that head down to the mat. All right. Now from here, we're going to, I like to explain the end of this movement first because we're there pretty much. The end of the movement, you'll pull your knees into your chest and you'll exhale all the air out of that stomach and lungs, pull the belly button in. So even if you just do that there, you'll really feel that work in that core. So I really want you to accentuate that exhaling out and pulling those knees in at the end. So that's the end. Now what you got to do, you got to breathe and do a big stretch. So reach all the limbs out to about a 45-degree angle and then exhale as you pull it all in. All right, so we're going to do that 6 times. Inhale out and exhale in. Inhale out and exhale in. Inhale out and exhale in. 3 more times. Big inhale out, reach, 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 and exhale in. And inhale out, reach, big stretch, and exhale in. One more time. Inhale out, big reach, and exhale in. And then gently bring that head down to the ground here. All right, so I want us now to straighten our legs. Two options. You can have your palms down beside your hips here, but if you want a little bit more support for the lower back, then take your fingers, you'll make a triangle with your index fingers and thumb. You would center that triangle under the tailbone, the bottom of your spine there, and then you pull the belly button in, engage that pelvic floor, exhale as you bring those straight legs up and then down with control. All right, so you could try it that way, you could try it this way. If you're not doing the triangle, you gotta work a little bit harder to maintain that natural curve in that lower back, right? So you can either push that lower back in to the mat as you bring this up, or you're just engaging that core and you're holding that natural curve, just not letting your back arch beyond that. All right, so we're gonna do this 6 times. Nice straight legs. Down with control. 4 more. And 3 more. Straight legs, 2 more. And down with control, 1 more. And down with control. Very good. Pull those knees into the chest. Relax that lower back here. Good. And then we're going to straighten those legs. So you could have your hands stacked like palms here. Or you could bring your palms down on the mat beside your hips. Or you could do that triangle thing as well. All right. And then we're going to straighten the legs. And optional here, you could bring those head up off the mat. And then we're going to do like a little corkscrew. So you're just going to do a little circle around. So I want you to imagine your toes are at the top of a volleyball. Go around the volleyball, go to the bottom of the volleyball, come back on the top of the volleyball. Then switch directions, circle those toes around the volleyball one way and then the other way. One way and then the other way. Straightening those legs, pulling that belly button in. Good, and one more time. Excellent. Pull the knees into the chest and relax that lower back there. Good. We're gonna just do a little rock and roll one way and then the other way, and then we're gonna reach one leg straight, other leg straight. Reach arms towards opposite direction and create a lengthening stretch through that torso by reaching the arms one way and the toes the other way. You can imagine like someone's pulling your wrists one way and pulling your ankles the other way, and open up through that torso. Good, and then we're going to roll it onto our stomachs and push back into a child's pose here. Relax it down. Very good. And then we're going to sit and work on some arms here. So you could sit on a chair if you want. You could sit with your feet forward here, or you're going to bring your feet cross-legged. Important thing is that you, however you sit, you can maintain proper posture. So shoulders down, chest lifted from the sternum, belly button in. All right, so we're going to start with our arms out, but we're going to come front at shoulder height. I want my thumbs, I don't know if you can see, but my thumbs are pointing towards the ceiling, right? My hands are open here, so my pinky fingers towards the floor. Now, originating from the shoulders, I'm going to rotate internally. So I'm going to rotate both thumbs in and down and around as far as I can, and then I'm going to come back to thumbs facing the ceiling. Okay, so these are internal shoulder rotations, but I want you to, as far as the shoulders can go, and then I want you to twist through with the rest of the arm, and then back here. So rotate in and in, in and in at shoulder height, chest lifted, head reaches long, belly button in. trying to go to your fullest range of motion here. Circle, twist in, 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 in. Good, we've got almost 8 more starting now. So we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now thumbs back up. We're going to rotate externally. So rotate outwards with those thumbs as far as you can go, and then back to thumbs towards the ceiling. So rotate out and out, out and out. Now you can give those biceps an extra squeeze on that external rotation as they help to try to go full range, increase that range as you rotate out, 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 and out. Good. So while that rotation originates at that shoulder, I do want you to twist throughout that arm. And there's active strength going on from shoulder all the way to fingertips. Twist, twist. Rotate out, rotate out, rotate out, rotate out. Good. Keep going. 8 more. Here's 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Arms come down for a moment, and then we're going to go up to like field goal pose here. And we're just going to bring our elbows, palms in together, and then open it up. So close, open, close, open, trying to keep those elbows up at shoulder height. Good. 2 more here. Excellent. Now we're going to rotate down and back up. All right, so down, up, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a combo. So we go down, up, in, out. Down, up, in, out. For 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good. Then hold this together. Elbows, I want you to press them up from shoulder height to an inch or 2 up. So press, 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 press. Keep going here. Bear with me. This is our last move here. Press, press, press it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release that. Pull an arm up and across. Stretch it in towards you. Release, lower slightly, and pull back in towards you to get a different angle on the stretch of that shoulder. And then other side, up and across at shoulder height. Pull it in towards you. Release, lower slowly, pull back in towards you. Release, hands to your lap, take an ear to a shoulder, and just gently stretching and opening up through the side of the neck and top of the shoulder there, not forcing anything, but just nice and gentle. And then other side, ear to shoulder, again, just gently opening up through the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder there. And then one more time each way. And then other side. Good. Bring the head up, chin goes down. Do 3 half neck circles here. Once you've done 3 each way, just make sure you bring that chin down before you bring the head back up. And once that head is back up, you're going to do 3 or 4 shoulder circles back and 3 or 4 shoulder circles forward. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me.